Hello students, here I am with my second video. As previously we have seen the structure of clavicle, and today we are going to see the muscle attachment of clavicle. Okay, let me repeat in short first. The clavicle is the bone which has medial end which is quadrangular, lateral end which is flattened from above downward, and shaft is divided into medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3. Medial 2/3 is convex forward and lateral 1/3 is concave forwards. Okay, concave forward and convex backward. Okay, so we have seen the four surfaces of medial 2/3. This is the superior surface which is quite rough, anterior surface, inferior surface and posterior smooth surface. Okay, and lateral 1/3 has anterior border which is concave forward, posterior border which is convex backward, superior surface which is rough, and inferior surface which is having conoid, tubercle and trapezoid ridge. Okay, now see, today we are going to see the attachment of clavicle. Okay, now first the medial end. The medial end, see, it is quadrangular. The margin of this medial end, this is the articular surface. The margin of articular surface provides attachment to the capsule of sternoclavicular joint. Medially there is a sternoclavicular joint, so this margin of this medial end gives attachment to the capsule of sternoclavicular joint. Again, posterior superior there is a articular disc. Posterior superiorly means this part, and superiorly there is a attachment for interclavicular ligament. See, this is the right bone and here it will be the left bone. So interclavicular means between the both clavicular there is a ligament that is called as the interclavicular ligament, and superiorly there is a provision for interclavicular ligament, and posterior superiorly there is a articular disc, and whole margin of this medial end, okay, articular surface margin provides to the capsule of sternoclavicular ligament. Now the lateral end again it is articular, and the margin of this articular surface provides attachment to the capsule of acromioclavicular ligament. Acromioclavicular joint, the capsule of acromioclavicular joint. Okay, so medially there is a sternoclavicular joint and laterally there is a acromioclavicular joint. So both the end having articular surfaces and their margin provides attachment to the capsule of sternoclavicular joint and acromioclavicular joint respectively. Okay, medial and lateral respectively. Now the medial 2/3, see, only 6 muscles are there. Attachment, while seeing the attachment, there are 2 capsule and 2 ligaments and 6 muscles. So which are the 6 muscles? The anterior surface of medial 2/3. The anterior surface of medial 2/3 gives origin to the pectoralis major muscle. Pectoralis major is the muscle of pectoral region. It is a very important muscle, so it get originate from the anterior surface of the medial 2/3. Okay, now the posterior surface, we have seen it is very smooth, but at its medial end it gives origin to the sternohyoid muscle. Sternohyoid muscle, it is the muscle of anterior part of neck. Okay, front of neck region, band like muscle. Then the superior surface, the half of the rough, the superior surface gives origin to the clavicular head of sternocleidomastoid. Sternocleidomastoid muscle which originates from the sternum and goes to the mastoid. It has 2 heads, one get originate from the sternum and another get originate from the clavicle. Superior surface of the medial 2/3, half of the part gives origin to the clavicular head of sternocleidomastoid. See, this is the muscle sternocleidomastoid. If I turn towards the left, You can see this is the muscle which divides this neck region into triangles, anterior triangle and posterior triangle. Okay, further we will see the details. So anterior surface gives origin to the pectoralis major, posterior surface at its medial end gives origin to the sternohyoid muscle, and superior surface, half of the superior surface, gives origin to the clavicular head of sternocleidomastoid, while inferior surface has subclavian groove. What we have seen, there is a subclavian groove. So this groove provides insertion to the subclavius muscle, which is the very much important muscle which act as a cushion for the subclavian vessels. Okay, and the brachial plexus, the part of brachial plexus here, it acts as a cushion, provides a cushion, so they get protect. Okay, now coming to the lateral 1/3 part, the anterior border of lateral 1/3 gives origin to the deltoid muscle. Anterior border which is concave forward, it gives origin to the deltoid muscle, while the posterior border which is convex backward, it provides insertion to the trapezius. Okay, so here are the 6 muscles. Pectoralis major get originate from the anterior surface, sternohyoid get origin from the medial part of the posterior surface, medial part towards the medial end gives origin to the sternohyoid. So 2 muscles. Then superior surface, half of the part gives origin to the clavicular head of the sternocleidomastoid, and inferior surface subclavian groove provides insertion to the subclavius muscle, which is the most important muscle of the pectoral region, which act as a cushion for the subclavian vessels and the part of the brachial plexus. Okay, and the margin of subclavian groove gives attachment to the clavipectoral fascia. Okay, the margin also is gives attachment to the clavipectoral fascia. And the 2 muscles towards the lateral end, anterior border gives origin to the deltoid, and posterior border provides insertion to the trapezius. Okay, and inferior surface of the lateral 1/3 has conoid tubercle and trapezoid ridge. They provides attachment to the coracoclavicular ligament. Which part of coracoclavicular ligament? Conoid part and trapezoid part respectively. Okay, so coracoclavicular ligament is attached to the inferior surface. Which part? Conoid tubercle and trapezoid ridge. Okay, so in this way we have seen the attachment towards the medial end. There is a capsule of sternoclavicular joint. Lateral end, there is a capsule of acromioclavicular joint. Medial 2/3 gives origin to the 3 muscles: pectoralis major, sternocleidomastoid and sternohyoid on posterior surface, and 1 insertion, that is subclavius muscle. And on the lateral 1/3, 2 muscles, one is originated from the anterior border, that is deltoid, and posterior border provides insertion to the trapezius. Okay, and 1 ligament, that is the coracoclavicular ligament. Again another ligament is there, that is the on the inferior surface towards the medial part, there is a costoclavicular ligament. Okay, so you can remember 2 ligament, 2 capsules and 6 muscles in this way. Okay, now we will see on the board in short how you have to describe clavicle while writing answer in your answer sheet. Okay, so students, while writing the answer in answer sheet, you have to describe introduction of clavicle, then side determination, how to decide the side, the peculiarities of clavicle, features, that is the parts of clavicle: medial end, lateral end, shaft, medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3. Then the muscle attachment, 6 muscles, 2 ligaments and 2 capsules. Okay, and the clinical anatomy. Now before we see the clinical anatomy, we will see on figures the muscle attachment. See, this is the superior aspect and this is the inferior aspect of clavicle. Now see, this is the anterior surface, it gives origin to the pectoralis major. Okay, this is the This is the anterior surface, this is the superior, which gives origin to the clavicular head of sternocleidomastoid mastoid, and this is the deltoid muscle, which originates from the anterior border of the lateral 1/3. Again, here is a trapezius muscle, which on the posterior border of the lateral 1/3. Here you can see the subclavius on the inferior surface of the medial 2/3, insertion of subclavius. Okay. Now again the same muscles, the pectoralis major, sternocleidomastoid. This is the green part. It's shown towards the medial end is the costoclavicular ligament, and this is the margin of the capsule. Which capsule? Capsule of, yes, capsule of sternoclavicular ligament. Now this is the capsule of acromioclavicular joint, not ligament, and this is the trapezoid ridge and conoid tubercle. So conoid part and trapezoid part of the coracoclavicular ligament. Okay, again here you can see the trapezius, and here you can see this red part is the origin of deltoid. Okay, in this way we can see the attachment. And lastly, the clinical anatomy, which is most important part of every bone. So in case of clavicle, it is very important to see the clavicle has curvatures, medial 2/3 and lateral. At the junction of medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3 there is a curvature, and the fracture occur at this site only. At the junction of medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3, the fracture, the bone get fractured when the person fall on the outstretched hand. Means you can say the indirect violence. If the person is keeping his hand in outstretched position, and someone give him push from the back side, then it is an indirect violence. Okay, so fracture occur at this junction. And what is the remedy? Remedy is the figure 8 bandage. Figure 8 bandage means like this, figure 8 bandage. Okay, usually we write 8 like this, but this is for right arm and this is for the left arm. Okay, so this is the figure 8 bandage. It requires figure 8 bandage. But nowadays there are so many advanced bandages are in market. So previously it was used figure 8 bandage. And the second congenital anomaly is there, and it is called as the cleidocranial dystosis. Okay, so that is absence of clavicle or improper development of the clavicle. So in that case, the shoulder comes anteriorly in front of the chest. Okay, like this. So this is the clinical part of the clavicle, clinical anatomy of the clavicle. So in this way, you have to remember clavicle by all means, along with features, muscle attachment, clinical anatomy, and you have to stage the at least 2 figures. Thank you.